Did you see The Flash?
No.
Did you
DC,
see The
man.
Flash?
It's DC.
I know you.
Why?
Well, I thought there'd
I
be some
why
sort of.
are why would you go see a DC movie at this point, knowing that
Well,
all of it is gone?
the only thing that
So it's
interests me
like,
is Keaton as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I get that, but so like, if you haven't watched the show on Netflix yet, and you find out, oh, they just canceled this before season 2 ever was going to come out, would you go and watch season 1? No, of course not. Why would you start anything? I feel like that's almost all of these DCEUs, when you know that they're all gonna not count for anything.
It's the exact reason I canceled Netflix is because they cancel shows before I even get to watch the first season. Yeah, the only thing that interested me about this movie is Michael Keaton as Batman. Apparently, Sasha Calle as Supergirl is pretty great, but other than that, I've heard the CGI is fucking terrible. Although the director was like, "It's supposed to be that way," which all the Marvel guys should have been like, "Yeah, it's supposed to be terrible." Get in on the joke. Yeah, so it's not doing well at the box office. Per Deadline, The Flash earned $55 million across North America during its first 3 days in theaters, while the DC Universe title is expected to reach $64 million throughout the holiday weekend. Both figures fell short of the projected $75 million. The Flash is predicted to reel in during its first weekend. The overall Andy Muschietti-helmed effort boasts a worldwide box office take of $138 million against a budget of $220 million. What do audiences and critics think of The Flash, despite being held as one of the best superhero movies ever made by DC Studios' James Gunn? Which he has to say that. He's trying to save a bit of money. There's no way he's going to be like, this movie is terrible, but I hope you go see it, just to give us a little boost going in. Many reasons have been attributed to its slow start, including the fact that the lead actor, Ezra Miller, was largely absent from the Flash marketing efforts, not doing interviews or press events for the movie. Miller was the center of various controversies in 2022, including allegations of grooming minors, assault, burglary, and disorderly conduct. The award-winning actor recently appeared at The Flash's world premiere, where he thanked fans for their support, as well as DC for the discernment and care shown as he went through his legal troubles and mental health issues.
So ridiculous.
Flash at 66% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, most people seem to say Michael Keaton is great, Supergirl's great in it, the rest is terrible. I had a friend who saw it, and he said Ezra Miller's shtick gets old in the first 10 minutes. It's mostly bad until Keaton shows up. Keaton kind of saves the movie as being at least entertaining until the end. And the CGI was from PlayStation 2 era video games. Was the report I got.
Wait.
So
I can't wait.
I'll probably watch it when it comes out on digital, which I assume is going to be in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be fast as fuck. What was the last time for streaming versus release versus streaming? Was it 45 days?
HBO Warner Brothers I think was doing 45 days. Disney does 90 days now.
Okay, so I'm gonna say within 2 months, in under 2 months.
Well, Shazam came out 4 weeks after it came out.
Didn't Black Adam come out two weeks later?
Yeah, it's been pretty quick for HBO or for Warner Brothers to throw it on HBO Max.
God.
So I specifically remember Shazam because it was doing so poorly at the box office. They wanted to throw it on while they still had marketing going for it. I expect they'll do the same thing with Flash. They still
Shazam 2 is less than a month.
Yeah, well, they still have it in the zeitgeist.
I thought Black Adam was almost immediately.
1 second.
I feel like Black Adam was 45 to 60 days. Because it did okay at the box office, just based on The Rock. I'm not sure it made money, but it did better than...
It was released on HBO.
Less than 2 months.
November 22nd.
Yeah, so the thing that did happen with the Flash.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And
it's such a potential problem though, because then no one's gonna go to theaters because I'll just wait the 45 days.
Oh, that's
and then everything is gonna be a failure in theaters as we measure it now. So they're gonna have to come up with some different
Sure.
type of way to measure this stuff
Mm-hmm.
because it looks to me it looks like almost everything is flopping now,
Oh yeah. Other than Spider-Verse,
except
everything
for
has been toast.
Spider-Verse and Mario.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Guardians did 850 million.
Oh, sorry.
Guardians did well.
I
Yeah, my
apologize.
apologies.
I apologize. Yes, Guardians is Guardians 3 as well, but everything, everything. Okay,
Ant-Man.
let's be real. Everything with a bad story and bad characters, whether or not they were established or not, bombed.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And it's like the Flash movie had, I would say, that had a lot of potential. And let's be real, I bet it was a pretty solid movie that they had together for the most part before they had to change everything and add a bunch of shit. Because how much was
But
Ezra in this movie?
What
probably throughout the whole
previous
thing.
track record of DC movies are you basing that this was going to be good before?
Dude, Shazams are the best.
I love Shazam 1.
And
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies is top-notch DC entertainment.
Yeah. So I guess the next big movie that comes out, which we'll have to gauge for there's two big movies coming out. There's Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning 1 and Indiana Jones.
Indy.
Apparently,
Those are supposed to be,
indie
big
reviews are bad.
summer tentpole movies. It doesn't look like Indy's tracking very well. Although
No.
my wife and I are definitely going to see it opening weekend.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta go see it.
so,
It's gonna be terrible, probably. But
I don't know. I like James Mangold movies. He's made some good movies, so I kind of have faith in him.
I was let down by 4, so I'm expecting it to be around
Oh yeah, but
that type of
yeah,
movie.
like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I really enjoy as well. Like Fleabag was a great show, and I think she had some input on writing for this.
That's cool.
And James Mangold's done Logan. I know you're not a huge fan of Logan. I thought that was fantastic. He did Ford versus Ferrari, which I just rewatched on the boat, actually, on the cruise. So I don't know. I trust the director to do a good job with this, but we'll see.
Well, look, I hope it's excellent.
Yeah. I mean, since it's his for sure last one, he's over 80 now. There can't be an Indy 6 at 87 years old, right?
No, he said that was it. So